Hey, good looking. I heard you were looking for some tarot. And guess what? I have good news for you. I'm a tarot reader of 30 years experience and a tarot author and an OG Etsy seller of 18 years. And, just a very diverse weirdo who does many weird things. And you can find out about me in the links below this reading. And this week, I'm reading for my gorgeous little collective of highly intelligent and very attractive and super accomplished and amazing people. And you could join this itty tiny itty bitty collective by liking and subscribing, and that would be cool and that would be fun. But before we get started in our readings for the week, I want to give a little shout out to a special friend in New Mexico. Her name is Perla. Hi, Perla. Aren't you a good girl? You're such a good girl. Perla's such a perfect baby. Perla's a husky mix who sometimes has little episodes of anxiety during parts of the day and has a hard time settling down. And well, as somebody who also has episodes of anxiety and has a hard time settling down, I just wanted to tell her that I love her and that I'm thinking of her all the way far away from where I am. I hope that she has a good day today. Now, let's get into the reading. We have some oracle cards to kind of set the tone. You can find out if reading is for you or not. Again, this is a collective reading, so it's not going to necessarily apply to everybody. But what I'm just trying to look at is just the next week or two, the second half of April, which is already flying by. Because Hellscape? Yeah, because Hellscape. And see what we can see. Good things, good things. We're looking for good things. I feel like we have enough bad things to last for a little while and that we don't need any more. So let's look at these oracle cards and then we're going to look at my beautiful new deck. New-ish deck. Okay. Library. Take control of your own narrative. I want you to think of this card and the hand above this card as not you being manipulated or manipulative. I want you to think of this card as your higher self. I look a bit like the creature being manipulated here by strings. So every time I see this card, I go, "Oh, hey, me." But this is a gentle reminder, not necessarily a negative card. It's a gentle reminder that you're more in charge of the experience you're having here than you think. And nostalgia. Focus on the here and now. Interesting. Also understandable. Um, During a stressful time, of course, and is this not a stressful time? It's very easy to focus on times that seemed simpler. I, for example, am Gen X. Do I think of a pre-internet time? Yes. Do I think of certain people as being harmless, if grotesque sort of real estate tycoons in New York and doing no real harm all around yet? Yes. Anyway, older woman. Dealings or relationship with an older woman. Wind chimes. Peace and harmony. Well, you love to see it. Beetle. Good fortune. Okay. Peace, harmony, good fortune. The readings have been very upbeat the last couple weeks. November. In January. All right. So much from just mid-April being covered here. And purse. Pay attention to your finances. Well, who isn't? Who isn't? Let's have new news about that. giant wads of cash for my collective. Let's do that. Let's have all our problems just be available to be solved by money, and then to have the money to solve that problem. Let's do that. All right. So we've got themes of November and January. So a long-term project, I hope. Fortunes changing, peaceful surroundings, taking more control of your life, getting out of a stuck place, or finding new ways to express older ideas. Maybe a personal project. Let's see what we've got. All right. Perla, are you being a good girl? Okay. All right. All right. Yes. Loved. That was a good card. One of my faves, in fact. What else do we have? Not too many cards. This is not going to be a super long reading because we're attempting to cover just what's sparking these next couple of weeks. Why don't you tell me below, if you're willing, what you'd like to see me read about? What are you interested in? Are you interested in pick a card readings? Are you interested in romance readings? Where would you like to see me focus? I'm very curious as to what people are interested in besides what I'm called. I mean, I tend to focus on what I'm called to do. I think after this, I'll probably do a little yes or no oracle spread. That's fun. But I am, super interested in what people are super interested in. Your needs matter. All right, let's see what we have. Strength. Good to see. So, strength and peace, and these go together. Strength, I suppose it can be considered a kind of a filler card, a boring card, but in the context of other cards, absolutely not. It means perseverance, it means discipline, it means the ability to follow through with a project and see it through to its completion and get on to the next level. So let's see the other cards and see what it has to say. The Hanged Man. All right. All right. The issue of idea of letting go and letting God is basically the theme of the Hangman. A lot of people say, oh, being stuck, but that's not it. That's not it. What you're being is removed from control. Interesting. Control for a situation for a while because uh, the idea that providence or spirit is actually going to handle this, and that the more you fuss with something, the worse it's going to get, as opposed to better. And that a hands-off approach is required. For example, in a love spread, if this card comes up, it means do not call, do not text, your hands off. What you want wants you, so you need to quit chasing it and let it find you. Because, you need to have the delicious experience of knowing that you're wanted and not that you subdued a thing. The High Priestess. Okay, you've got 3 cards of self-focus and determination and, inwardly focused study. Inwardly focused projects. Totally get that. Why be outside when you can be inside? just kidding. Kind of, maybe not. A little bit. I'm kidding. Um, Definitely cards of self-reflection, self-focus, self-care, spiritual work, that sort of thing. 3 of Wands, plans put into motion. Seven of Pentacles, steady, slow growth. Oh, this is nice. This is chill. This reading is chill. Page of Swords, new ideas. Pages are always about written communication, ideas expressed, offers put in. The swords in particular are cards of intellect and thought. So not necessarily in the world like the pentacles, not exactly the beginnings of things like cups and wands. The Page of Swords is a card of, well, there's also a nickname for the card, the spy. The one that's doing all the research and finding all the information and bringing it back to you, right? So all of these cards are of a theme. They actually speak of going inward, doing some study, focusing on your own self-care, refining plans, putting them in motion, knowing that they're not necessarily going to be, wildly speedy growth, and, carefully monitoring those plans and seeing if they work out. This is very specific. This could be speaking to a kind of tricky work situation or such like. And then Joan needs to just shut the F up because we have the Tower. Wow, the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles. Holy cow. Holy cow. All right, the Tower, a shakeup that causes radical new beginnings. Or, a flat tire on the highway. I mean, this, tarot speaks in very bold language, so nobody panic. Tower, we're going to get clarification cards for this. But the fact that the Ten of Pentacles showed up, which is a card of family money, inheritance, coming in, wildly successful entrepreneurship, creating a legacy. These are all the classic interpretations of this card. More modern interpretations of this card are just straight up abundance. What you do is successful over time. What you do shape. Now, the fact that it showed up with the Tower makes things really interesting. A shakeup that resets. A shakeup that definitely resets things for you. And not in a bad way. It's basically suggesting you free yourself of a lack of movement. You free yourself of being stuck in something that was comfortable, right? Nostalgia card here. Definitely suggests that something that feels comfortable and safe for some of you could be removed because the universe, darling ones, when it's time for you, they do that to you. When it's time for you to move on and do a new thing, it's time for you to evolve in whatever your soul contract is. It starts lobbying like, cotton balls at your head. And then if you don't respond to that, it'll start lobbing golf balls and then tennis balls and then softballs. And then, if you just keep ignoring it, watermelons are coming at your head. All right. And this kind of suggests that for some of you, there be watermelons trebucheting over the wall in your life. And it looks like this is something that you're planning for. There are definitely, the High Priestess is here. And the Three of Wands is here. And these are not foolish people. You are part of this tiny collective. And so therefore you are highly intelligent. Think ahead and plan. You've had stuff in the wings. You've had plans for a while. Maybe this is the catalyst for you to get the party started. It may be time, darling. I need a sip of tea. All right. Again, that Ten of Pentacles, which really speaks of generational security, okay? Not just, oh, you're going to make rent. No, we're well past that. We're into the kind of money where you can save some, spend some, give some away, and then still have something to leave the grandkids. It's that kind of money. So that's not going to be covered in a weekly reading, but let's look at this tower just a wee bit. What does my beautiful collective need to know about this tower? Please clarify that tower for me and my terribly attractive and intelligent group. Okay. Three of Pentacles. All right. Three of Pentacles is going from journeyman to master. Something requires you to level up. If you've been playing it very, very safe over the next couple of weeks, for some of you, there's going to be something that shakes things up enough that you are very much going to need to step up your game. If you've been waiting to pull the trigger on an Etsy store, it's time to pull the trigger. If you've been wondering if you could actually take that book from an outline to an actual book, it's time to start writing. Things need to change now. They've been in the planning stages for long enough. Clean up that room, move that furniture, set up your workspace. I realize this is kind of a specific message to a specific friend of mine, but besides you, darling, who's moving toward your goal all the time, the rest of you, it's time. This is your kick in the butt. There is gold in them there hills. There's a money path here for some of you if you just get started. It's time to get started. She said, lovingly, with love, and some love on top. Let's pull three more cards to wrap this up, because we are going to keep it short today. What else does my lovely group need to know going into the second half of April? What does my lovely collective need to know? Come on now. Give it up. Any more? Really? Surely. Anything more? All right. Hey, okay then. Anything more? You. All right. Page of Cups, new communication, new starts, new beginnings. We go from Page of Swords, ideas, to action. We're doing the thing. And what the cards are saying is, if you do the thing, the following will happen. Oh, nice. Okay. So, Eight of Swords, a false prison is removed. You escape a false prison. A loosely bound person is usually in a traditional deck surrounded by swords that are loosely spaced that can easily walk out of. You can free yourself from this easily. More than you think. This stuck place. More than you think. What feels very overwhelming. Once you pull the right Jenga cube, everything will start to go. Everything will start to go and things will start to change. Now, this, as an outcome card for this spread, is what you love to see. Having both the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles is an incredible combination to have in a spread. The Nine of Pentacles is independent wealth, independent comfort. You're able to provide for yourself so amply that no dependence on anyone else is required. I'm not saying there won't be people in your life. I'm not saying that there aren't people coming into your life that will benefit you and add pleasure. But you don't need them. And when you don't need anybody else, it becomes a choice. And there's no feeling like it. There's just no feeling like it. So I love this. I love seeing these together. It's time to do the thing. That's the fundamental message of the spread. Okay? That back burner project that you've been working on, it's really time to ramp up your game. Even if it's hard. Even if the starting is the hard part. And once you get going, you're cooking with gas. But do it. Really, do it. It's going to level your life up. It's going to change things for you. It's going to pull you out of a a rut in your brain that has been sitting there for a while. And it's good for you. It's good for you. I don't mean it like broccoli is good for you. I mean like it's going to be fun. You'll have a good time. You should do it. Do it. Do the thing. We're going to pull a froggy card so I can kiss you on your cheek and send you on your way for just this weekly reading. There will be more readings, of course, because there's always more readings. That's what I love for you, darling. I trust myself. I trust myself. On a scooter, on a skateboard ramp. I actually really kind of love this because it's basically saying I'm going to do this batshit thing and I trust myself to do it well. And that really goes nicely with the spread. Okay, darlings, it's time to trust yourself. It's time to trust and think that the idea that you have in your head is a good one. Go for it. By November, January, your life could radically change. This is the week. You could be starting something and you'll look back on it now and go, wow, this is when I stopped dicking around. I want that for you. All right, darlings? All right. Mwah. Stay safe out there. Toodles.